Hello everyone. So today it's been a little bit long to post a video, but today I have come with a video where I can show you how you can create responsive layouts. And when I say responsive, I mean it should work on mobile portrait, it should work on mobile landscape, it should work on tablets, it should work on iPads, it should work on smaller size phones, and large size phones. Like I have these four emulators right now, and this type of UI, which is very easy to create in for one phone, but hard to maintain for other phones. Okay, I will show you how this UI breaks when we run into these three more formats. Okay, so this is Android emulator, this is iPhone 5s, this is iPad Pro, and this one is the, you can say, latest or very much advanced phone, iPhone XR. Talking about advanced phone, Android is also advanced phone because it's having Android Q now, Android 10, and it's Nexus 5X, but the operating system behind it is Android 10. Okay, and 5S has a smaller screen size, so you can see many differences when we run the same app in 5S. So uh, let me show you how they look. Or yes, first of all, let me show you how this layout looks like in this. Let me run it. So I go to my run tab. This one is for 5S. I hot reload it. So this is the layout that looks like this in iPhone 5s and iPhone, what I would say, X. Okay, so as you can see here, definitely my text size is very much large. Okay, no problem with that. But does it look good? It looks awesome in this. It looks like it's made for the people who cannot see small letters, right? So, but the motive of this app is not this, right? Even the font size looks very large in 5s and very small in X. If we are fine with this font size, it should look similar in 5s as well. Okay, so there are some things that can be done to improve this. Let me run it in iPad Pro. So what we can do to improve this, that you will learn in this video. Okay, so iPad lost connection to device, no problem. I will run it again. Okay, when it runs, I also want to show you the app, what the design which exactly I will be taking, and I will not be explaining you how to create this because it's very easy. You will take a column, put three values in it, and this will be aligned to bottom so that it's always at the bottom, and this screen is designed. But designing this screen for different screen sizes is also very difficult. It becomes difficult for a beginner, okay, and also for a much experienced person. It's not like that everyone is perfect in creating the designs. So you have to choose your uh, widgets in a way that they respond to multiple screen sizes in a better way than the other widgets. Okay, so let's see how it looks. So do you like this? I don't think so. This is a tablet. Things are to be enlarged here. The font size is small. It's almost equal to what the font size is in iPhone X. But iPhone X doesn't have that width, right? But iPad has, so it should be larger in this, right? Plus, if you rotate it, again, it's same. So we will be dealing with this type of stuff. Okay, fine. Now let me show you Android as well. So Android story is also not so different from these iPhones. Let me run it here. So it looks like this. Let me run it because I made some changes to the line height of this. Okay, so let's run it. And I will also show you how you can structure your project that I always do. I always try to explain you how what are the different ways to create the structure of your project, where to put which files and things like that. So this is how it looks in Android, and if I rotate this phone, it looks like this. So where the hell is the third line of this text gone? Where it is gone? Anyone can join the millions of members in our community to learn. And what after that? Cutting edge skills, where it's gone? And it's not scrollable. It will not complain. Why it will not complain? Because you have put it inside expanded widget. It's definitely behind this, but it's not even shown because it's not scrollable. So these type of issues come when you design this small screen, very easy screen. Okay, so this is the topic that I have taken it today. Fine. So first of all, let me give you the structure of the project. So let's go to pub spec. Okay, fine. Pub spec has 2.1. I can make it to 2.5 now. Yep. And yes, no more dependencies, nothing I have added here. Okay, and let me show you one thing. Let me show you the version that I am using right now. So it's 1.9.1 Flutter, and channel is stable because dev channel has lot many pushes every now and then. So stable I would like to use because it gives me more of a security and surety that it will run, right? And tools dot language is 2.5. Fine, so it's latest. I have upgraded it. Okay, now I have some assets definitely, because if I want to mock this design, I need some caricatures, some cartoons. So I found out somewhere. This is the 1 2 3 4 5, possibly 5 images I have put here. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, so the image which we'll be using here is the home image. You can see it looks like this. Okay, its dimensions are square, 360 by 360 pixels. Fine. Okay, get dependencies. It's probably updating the language, that's it. Okay, so now okay, that's mean about the assets. I will go to pages now, not the pages. I will go to see one more structure way I will tell you. If you want to use an image path in your project, you will be typing this image path every now and then, right? So it is better to hardcode this string and put it in a constant. Okay, and use images dot home image everywhere wherever you need the image, so the path will be automatically taken. That's why all the images I will be adding in this images dot. I have created a normal constructor and static fields which are constant, so it's a app level constant now, but in the images file. Okay, so then size config is the main key part here that I will be explaining as and when I go forward. Strings also, what I feel is you have so many strings here. Okay, let me just, okay, so you have similar like we did in images, just create a normal constructor so that we can use these three strings constants. If you're coming from an Android background, you will be having resources, string resources. So these strings are nothing but we will put it in the strings. Now that gives you a formatted string thing. So basically, if you want a backslash and after find your, okay, so you can do that. How you can do that? You just need to ready to find your favorite lesson. If you do it like this, it will be like this. Okay, but if you multiple enters, if you put, so run it. Yes, so it will be like this. So whatever structure you have given to your string, it will be displayed as it is on the uh, emulator, simulator, or phone, wherever you are running. So this is about the strings. Now regarding styling, Now this is a new part. You can see here I have given a theme, app theme dot light theme, and that's it. This light theme, if I change to dark theme, let's see, it looks like this. Okay. Yeah, it looks good. It doesn't look bad. Only the thing I have to handle these two colors more. But the thing is how I did this. So we'll go to light theme and we are coming into app theme. App theme is also designed like strings. Okay, so this is the normal constructor. These are my some constant colors. This is the app background color, which was earlier a different one. Okay, so I have defined a light theme and a dark theme. So it's a theme data. The scaffold background color is app background color. For this, it's a black color. Brightness light, brightness dark, text theme, light text theme, and the dark text theme. Now you can create a text theme as well, which will have multiple types of text which can come into the application. So we have lot many here. We have body 1, body 2, and these design specs are given in the Flutter docs and even in the material docs. So you can go through and check it out. Anyway, I needed title, subtitle, and button. So I created title light text style, subtitle light text style, and button light text style. Okay, let me format it. So this is how I created these three text styles which go into the text theme, and text theme goes into the my app theme, you can say light theme. Okay, similarly, if I wanted to create, suppose I want to change the text colors, right? For when it is in the darker theme, I will have to mention that it's a darker text theme. So I created dark text theme, put title, subtitle, button, and title instead of title light, I put title dark, subtitle dark, and button dark. Now you will have font size common. These attributes will have in common, but only the color will change, right? So what you will do to create a title dark, you take title light, copy width, and put the colors as white. So this became white color for dark theme. Subtitle color, it also became white 70. Okay, so this is how it is done. If I do this, probably it looks, sorry, so it looks better here. And then I do dark theme, it looks like this. So it looks good, not bad. Again, these icons are white, so this can be changed. These are not issues. Okay, fine. So this is about the styling. Okay, now let's talk about the text size. This text size, first we take this thing, ready to find a favorite lesson. Ready to find a favorite lesson. Let me run it in here and iPhone XR. Okay, so that we have these two things, and we can change the font size of this based on where it is running. Okay, it will take some time for this to refresh. Yeah, so now I will explain you about size. Not now, not now. So see, first we need to detect whether it's a portrait or landscape, and also we need to have the uh, screen size. Probably screen size means screen width and the screen height. So for that, we will have to wrap this inside a orientation builder, which will take in a builder context and orientation, right? And this should be fine, right? Now we have orientation. there are two types of orientations, orientation.portrait and orientation.landscape. So this is okay. On top of this, we need a layout builder so that we also have constraints which will give us screen's width and the screen height. Okay, so context and constraints, right? And we'll be returning this orientation. Yes, now we can get constraints dot max height and max width. These two things we will need. So I've created a, even I have actually read a lot on blog post and everywhere, and I have found that there is a better way to deal with sizes, text sizes, image sizes, and some height widths. Okay, so I have created a size config file, which is nothing but a normal file which has some static values which will be used all through the app. So basically it has 7 fields. These two fields are nothing but max width and max height of the screen. Okay, so based on the portrait mode, my width is my max width, my screen height is my max height. But in case of landscape mode, these things get reversed. Simple. Okay, and so what does this do? Basically, this is I would say, suppose screen width is 600. So this is 600. I divide it by 100, and there are 6 blocks, right? So block size. So the block size of the block will be 6. Okay, so there will be block here, then here, then here. So the screen is divided into blocks, and it has 6 blocks, and vertically also same. So if it has height of 800, so 8 by 6 blocks will be there. Okay, now uh, based on this, I can use 3 things. I can get a double value of text multiplier. Suppose you have a text size of 32. Okay, so and you have a text multiplier of something like that 32 is coming in, suppose, one block. So you can do it like 1 into that something text size. Okay, I will explain you. If I am not able to explain you by speaking, you will definitely understand by seeing the code. Okay, so what I will be doing is I will be printing block size horizontal and block size vertical. Okay, and before that I should be initializing it. Size config dot init, passing the constants, passing the orientation, right? And let's run it. Okay, so it is 8.34, 11.12. Why it is getting called 2 times? Because once the layout is ready, layout builder will again build itself. Once the orientation builder is ready, orientation builder will also build itself. So this is little bit overhead, but you will create an application that will be more responsive. Okay, so this 8.34, it means horizontally I have 8 blocks. No, it's iPad Pro. Fine. Now let me run it inside iPhone XR. It is 4.14 and this is 8.96. Now there is a thing to understand here. When there is a text size given, it will be displayed as it is and it won't be relied on this width and height. So to make it rely on width and height, we will use some constant or some multiplier to the text size. Okay, let's see. If you think, first you create your whole UI, considering that you are drawing it on iPhone X. Okay, and if it looks fine, then what you do, you go to your text sizes. This is your 4.14. Okay, so this is your 28 is the size. So what you will do, you will simply do it 7 into size config dot text multiplier. Or let me cross check. We need vertical. Yeah, yes. So basically, I'm a little bit wrong here. Let me rectify it. See, what do you want the text to be like? Means you want to scale it with the width or height. In my preference, text should be multiplied with the height of the screen, because it's it looks like it's simple to understand these things. So what you will do is 8.96 value is your block vertical, as if I am not wrong. See, block vertical. Okay, so text multiplier becomes block size vertical. Simple. Okay, and this block size vertical will change based on if it is portrait or landscape. Okay, so block size vertical is depending on width if it is landscape. So basically, if it is like this, it is depending on the width. Okay, if it is this, it is depending on the height. So this, I think you can directly copy and use everywhere in your project. And if you need any help regarding this, please ask me. I will definitely help you in this, because I thought a lot while creating these multipliers and handling the portrait and the landscape mode. So I thoroughly understood this. Just let me know if you have not understood the concept, so I will explain you. Because if I don't do this, if I don't handle portrait or landscape, what I would have usually done is this thing, right? I would have taken max width into skin width and max height as the skin height, and my these things will be common. So let's do with this. Let's do with this. Let's see how it looks. Okay, so 28. Now, considering the fact that text multiplier is block size vertical, which is screen height. Okay, so I will divide it by okay, sorry. Yeah, so I will divide it. So 28 is my actual height that I need. Okay, but it has to be divided by 8.96. So what I will do, I will roughly divide it, so it becomes 3.3 or 3.5. Let's take it like this, and size config dot text multiplier. Now the title light and title dark becomes size 3.5 into whatever is the text multiplier based on the font you are using. Now let's see the output. This is iPhone X. Okay, it looks like this, which is good. If I go to iPad, okay, let me open it and then run it. We will see. So does it look good? Now you see, this is bigger than this. Okay, this is what I wanted to explain. Now rotate it. Does it look good? I don't know. Portrait landscape looks good. Okay, let's go further. We have 18 and we have 8.96, so we can probably do it too into size config dot text multiplier, and this is 22, so this can be 2.5 into size config dot text multiplier. 2.5 basically 2.5 into 9, if you do it becomes around 20 to 22.5, right? So anyway, let's run it in iPhone X first. Whether it looks great in this, then we will proceed to it. Okay, fine, it looks good. Let's see here. And believe me, if you have designed for one phone, then you need not to worry about other phones. See, the font size and all scaling is good. Get started is good. Everything is good. What about the images, man? What about the images? Right? So you need to find out the size of the image, what it should look like. Let me rotate it. See, one more thing that I should teach here. This thing can be handled without handling the multiplications and anything. Go to your main dot, go to your welcome screen. Oh, I forgot to explain you how I have designed this. So let me show you. It's a very easy thing, easiest thing that you can design. See, I have taken a safe area. Forget that. This is my whole column. So I have taken a column. I wanted this to be separate and this to be separate because I want this to be in the center, these three things in the center of the screen and this at the bottom. So what I did, I created 4 by 5 part of the screen to this and 1 by 5 part of the screen to this. Okay. Then my welcome content widget is again a column which is centered whole throughout the screen and not the screen, the widget fourth part. Okay, then again I have given 3 by 5 parts to this image, 1 by 5 to the text and 3 by 5, 1 by 5 to the text again. And this is how it is done. And you can say I have given a little bit of padding because I wanted this to look not joint. What is that? Oh, sorry. So I didn't want, I wanted some space in between the image and the text. It was actually sticking to it. So what I then, coming to the button widget which is at the bottom, so I did bottom center alignment, and if I don't give padding, you can see it is just taking the height off. I will tell you how to handle these type of scenarios also. It's very easy. We will not need this padding at all. We will need something else. I will tell you what we need. And this is a row basically, and the container has a decoration which has some rounded corners, which has top background app color and everything. So even this, it's a row, expanded widget 1, expanded widget 1, and the middle text. Okay. And the way I have used themes is like, since I have uh, created a theme and I assigned it to the text theme, so we can use it like this: theme of context text theme dot button, and it's easier then. So this is the proper way of doing the things. You need not to give the style every time other and different. You just define the styling whole in your app and put it in your theme data. Right, so this is my whole layout. Now fine, so when I rotate it, this text is gone. So what we can do to handle this? Well, we can simply wrap this text into a fitted box, and that fitted box will handle everything for us. Similarly, you can see this favorite lesson is cut down. Okay, we cannot make this scrollable. This is our landing screen, this is our home screen, so no way you can make it as scrollable. So wrap your title as well inside fitted box, and this will handle the size of this also for you. Okay, now let's do one more thing. Let's add some padding. I will tell you how to add that. Constant sets, and we need only top padding, that is also only 8, we can say. Yes, it looks good. Well, fine, this looks nice. Okay, on both portrait and landscape for iPhone. And similarly, if I run for iPad Pro, let's see. Okay, it looks like this and like this. Fine, it's very much perfect. But you can see the image size is very less. Yeah, it should be bigger. It's fine for this, but it should be bigger for the iPads, right? So similarly, I created a size multiplier, image size multiplier. So image size multiplier, in my case, I prefer block size horizontal. Okay, but only when it's a I would say it's a portrait. Then I would prefer that it's according to the width of the screen. If it is landscape, it should be according to the height of the screen. This also I will tell you how it differs. So first decide what should be the size of your icon. So size, if you take 30, just for instance, does it look good? Let's see here. Don't see in the iPad, just design here first. It looks good. So same size I will give here. Fine. So both the icons are in line. Okay. Now run it in your iPad. So in iPad it looks this, but in iPad I think it can be increased little bit more. So what you can do is 30, again you divide by width 8, which means it comes to 4, near about 4, so 3.8 into size config dot image size multiplier, which I'm not wrong, it's horizontal for portrait, which will work fine. And let's run it in iPad again. So it's little bit large, or okay, let me rotate it. So here it looks large, which is fine, but here it doesn't look large because it is according to the width imported. So let's enable this now and handle the orientation. Okay, let me hot restart. So the image sizes are same. It looks good, not a problem. Okay, how does it look here? Oh, it looks smaller, I guess. So we will run it in iPhone X. See the difference? Yeah, it became bigger little bit. Okay, but my text size became smaller. Don't know why. It's very weird. It's weird. What is that? Oh, it came by surprise. No, you should not correct. Run it again. It looks like this. Right, was that? That was some mistake, rookie mistake. Yeah. Probably my image size multiplier is doing something weird. Oh, got it. This is not done. See what I did. I didn't remove this. Okay, so it's actually uh, reversing anything what this is doing. So I have to run it again. That's why it was not working, and for iPad also, because I tested it and it was working. Then okay, yeah. So let me just hot restart this up. Okay, so it looks like this, which is weird. It's not good. So this, yeah. So we can say that our image size is very small. We should make it as 10 multiplied by something. Or 10 is too large, I think. So it should be 8. Yes. Let's run it. Yeah. So icons are now good here and also here also. So it looks good now. Let's see in iPad, because that's the part we have to. And whatever you see in iPad or in landscape, oh, it's weird. It's very large. So let's make it 6. It will be applied for iPhone as well. So don't worry. Okay. Does it look good? Yeah. Yeah. Now it looks good. And in iPhone also, it will be looking good. So yep. Yeah, it looks sweet. So okay, we are done with the image sizes and the text sizes. Now, do you want me really to add a padding here? No. Reason being, see, if you can construct, means you can add padding. Let's do with padding. Otherwise, I was going to explain you with constraints. Let me show you how the constraints work. So basically, you can create a box constraint here. Okay, and you can give minimum height and maximum height to this container. In this case, first of all, let me remove this expanded, because this expanded is ruining everything. Okay, and let me also remove the constraints, and let's see how it looks now. See, this is the way, this is how it looks like, right? So if you do padding, again constants edge, only symmetric vertical, it will take 5 more minutes. So it is 18. Yeah, it looks good here, right? Let's run it here. How does it look? Okay, it looks good here as well. So maybe you can do that, but again, padding differs based on which phone it is. Probably if I remove this and run it on iPad, it looks like this. So I was thinking maybe this can be a multiplier or something, right? 18. See, hard coding the values will not solve you any purpose. So it should be dynamic, like this padding, right? Like this. So this should be multiplied by something based on your screen size of it. So for that I have created a height multiplier, which will again have a block size vertical. Okay. So what you can do is very simple. Since your height is for iPhone, you have 8.96. So you do very easy thing. You multiply it by 1 into, or not by 1, yeah, 1 into height multiplier. And it will be, it will be very small difference, but this will not make your app vulnerable in many situations. So whatever is hard coded here, you should change it to something like the multipliers of your height. Okay, and if it will be better if you create these also as a constant, so they are only multiplied once. You will be thinking that, oh man, it's every time overhead, but you can make them as a static finals also, like this. So maybe you can have a dimension file altogether. That dimensions will contain 1 into 2 into 3, anything, 1 into size config, 2 into size config, and those values can be directly retrieved. So that's not a big deal, that can be handled easily. So in terms of 18, I can probably do 2 into size config dot height multiplier, because again it's a vertical, so you can do that. And whenever you do this, you have to remove this constant, which is wrong, I guess, but for now it can be done. This also can be multiplied with size config dot height multiplier. Yeah, so our whole app is now based on this small file, right? And you can easily play with this file and make whatever you want to make in Flutter. So yep, it looks nice. Yeah, everything is good. Yeah, see this now. So this has some padding, right? That's why I wanted to make it as, I wrapped it inside expanded. But you can do one more thing. I wanted to explain you this also. Instead of the padding here, okay, you can do something like constraints, box constraints. Okay. Suppose you want its minimum height to be 80. Just I'm taking right now. I will replace it 80 and 100. So max height can be 100. Let's run it. So this is how it looks. But it not looks good. So 80 and we make it 70. Again bad. 50. Okay. So minimum height is 40. 50. Does it look good? No. So 60 and 70. Okay. Okay. So this is how it looks. But again, these are the hard-coded values. So what you will do? It's about height. So, and height is your, let us check, your block size vertical. So this is 8.96. So basically you divide 60 by 9 and you get something called 6 or 6.5, let's say. Size config dot height multiplier. 70 by 9 is near about 8, so we'll take it as 7.9. Is it 8? Yeah. Size config dot height multiplier. And no more changes. It works perfectly fine. Now you can add little bit padding here as well, or yeah, you can add this type of padding to this fitted box padding, and it will be only bottom. So guys, I think you understood the concept. I have added it everywhere, so there is a little gap now, or you can make it too. Let's see. Yeah, there is more gap. So it all depends on you now. How you want to handle. So so guys, I think you understood this, and this is how we will be creating future, I would say future videos, so that everything is responsive. And yes, I have not forgotten, I have to run it in two more devices, which is Android SDK, Android phone, and the iPhone S. I have not forgotten. I have already tested it in both the phones. So this is how it looks here. If you rotate the phone, it looks beautiful again, right? And if I run it in iPhone 5s, let's see, this is our iPhone 5s, and even this is how it looks. It looked earlier, and now it looks like this, which is perfectly fine. It's not a error. It's very nice. So I think this is the way to go forward. I will be trying, and I will make sure that I create this complete UI for these four screens and many more, and all responsive screens. And definitely I would also like to run it on web, so that we are sure that it runs on web as well. But if I have run it on iPad Pro, I in the landscape mode, I feel it should look like this on the let me, it should look like this on website as well, because iPad Pro is no shorter or no smaller than web, I guess, because it has retina display. It has lot many pixels which a web has, so it should work. So yeah, so in the next video I will definitely not explain you everything, but I will create this UI and teach you as and when I think I have to say anything new about the UI. Okay, so it seems like the UI was very small, but you have learned many things here, based on how you should structure your project, and how you should use multipliers, so that the text sizes, image sizes, and the container's height, width can be managed according to the width and height of the screen, as well as according to the orientation of the screen. Okay, so thank you guys, and thank you for listening it out, and do subscribe the channel for more awesome videos coming in next few months. And yeah, support me. Go to my description, and yeah, write to me whatever you want extra, and how did you like this video. So thank you guys, bye.